A very good morning, and right now it is drizzling outside, and I am here just before you to have the video lecture of this last exercise of your first book. And in the last video I have done the questions till 23. Okay, then today I will be doing question number 24, which is show that the right circular cone of the least curved surface area and given volume has an altitude equal to root 2 times the radius of base. Right? The right circular cone, right circular cone right, ABC is a cone in which DC is the radius and AD is the height. Least curved surface area, that is the function which we are going to make, that is the curved surface area. And we know that the curved surface area of a cone is pi r L. Volume of given volume is given, first part, given the volume of cone is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h. It means can write V is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h, isn't it? And therefore h is equal to, can I write 3V upon pi r square. H is equal to 3V upon pi r square. Okay, that means I have taken H in terms of given terms V and the supposed quantity R. Okay, where R and H is the respectively base, radius and height of the cone. Right? Now, the least curved surface area. We know that the curved surface area CSA of cone is equal to pi RL. I'll use here this CSA. S is equal to pi RL. S is equal to pi RL. Now I have to use the value of L to write the value of L in terms of R and H. So now here onwards it depends on the students, depends on the teacher, depends on the person, those who are solving this. Okay, how I am writing L using V and R. That is, we know that L square is equal to R square plus H square. L square is equal to R square plus H square. And can I write here S dash is equal to, can I equate it, pi r square, R square, L square. And this is equal to pi R square. In place of L square, I will write R square plus H square. This also I can write. So now S dash is equal to pi R square in bracket R square plus H square. We have H is 3V upon pi R square. That means I can write now S dash is equal to pi R square plus, in place of S I can write 9V square upon pi square R to the power 4. That is, ultimately I got curved surface area in terms of R and the given term V. I can do one thing. L is equal to under root R square plus another thing I am talking about. L square is equal to R square plus H square. L is equal to under root R square plus H square. Now put the value of H square over here. H square is equal to 9V square upon pi square R to the power 4. This is also the value of L. This also I can use over here direct only. That's why I said that after this, one thing we have to have in our mind, yes, the variable which I am supposed I have supposed that is the R, and the one which is given V, that must be there. Okay, rest all the variables would be less. Okay, so now what we have got, S is equal to now we have got S dash is equal to pi r to the power 4 plus pi 9v square pi 9v square upon pi square r to the power 4. I write pi square r square. Pi square r square, because r square and r4 will have only r square. Now this pi and pi also cancel. So now we have got S dash is equal to pi r to the power 4 plus 9v square upon pi r square. Right? So now pi square r to the power 4 plus 9v square by r square. Right? Fine. Here this pi square will continue, this pi square, and this pi square will be cancelled. Now this will be pi square r to the power 4 plus 9v square by r square. And now we will differentiate it. After differentiation, let us see what we will be getting. ds dash upon dr is equal to 4 pi square r cube. 4 pi square r cube plus 9v square is the constant, and differential of r to the power minus 2 will have minus 2 upon r to the power 3. Differentiation of r to the power minus 2. Differentiation of r to the power minus 2 into r to the power minus 2 minus 1. That's why minus 2 upon r2. That is, this will give you 4 pi square r cube minus 18v square upon r cube. That is the value of ds dash by dr. And we know that for maximum minimum, ds dash upon dr is equal to 0. Right? Now that's why 4 pi square r cube is equal to 18v square upon r cube, that we can write. And therefore for maxima or minima, ds dash by dr equal to 0, it implies that 4 pi square r cube is equal to 18v square upon r cube. And therefore, can I write 4 pi square r to the power 6 is equal to 18v square, 2 2s are 4, 2 9s are 18. So now 2 pi square r6 is equal to 9v square. Right? This is the relation we have got that, and now I have to prove that it has least curved surface area. That means ds double dash upon dr2 is greater than 0. This also we have to prove. Okay, so now see here, ds dash upon dr, we have this one. Therefore ds double dash upon dr square at, well, first we will differentiate it. This is equal to 4 pi square r cube. How much will have? 4 3 is 12 pi square r square minus 18v square. And differential of r to the power minus 3 becomes minus 3 upon r to the power 4. This becomes what? positive, which is already greater than 0. Greater than 0. This is positive, this is also positive. 18 3s are 54. Okay, and that's why what we can say that yes, for V square is equal to 2 pi square by R6, it has least curved surface area. It has least curved surface area. Right? And now the result. Therefore, it has least curved surface area at 9V square is equal to 2 pi square R6. This part is done. And now you have to prove that the height of the cone is root 2 times the radius. And now if you remember the relation which we have written, that L square is equal to R square plus H square, and 3V is equal to pi R square H. H is equal to 3V upon pi R square. This was the relation we had initially, because we know that V is equal to 1 by 3 pi R square H. In the second line I have written that 3V upon pi R square is equal to H. Now we have the value of 9V square. To get the value of 9V square, can I write 3V is equal to, that means can I write now H square is equal to 9V square upon pi R square R4, and 9V square is equal to how much? 2 pi square r to the power 6 upon pi square r to the power 4. Pi square cancel, r to the power 4 r square is left. Which H square is equal to 2 r square, and therefore H is equal to under root 2r. And therefore height of the cone is root 2 times the base of the radius of the base, and hence the question is done. Okay, this was question number 24, and now I will be doing question number 25. In the question number 25, you have to have a relation between angle also. Please, you can note it down, and these questions unless you won't do 2 to 3 times in your notebook without looking the solution, without referring the solutions, we will not solve it. That's why very simple, sincere advice and honest advice to all of you, please do these type of questions at least 2-3 times. In the question number 25, it is given that show that the semi-vertical angle of the cone of maximum volume and given slant height is tan inverse root 2. So that the semi-vertical angle, I want to write the question, semi-vertical angle ABC is a cone, so that the semi-vertical, the angle is theta. So that the semi-vertical angle of the cone of maximum volume, that means volume I have to make the functions, okay, and given slant height is tan inverse root 2. Let ABC be a cone having radius r, slant height L, given slant height L given. Okay, let ABC be a cone having radius r and slant height is equal to L, which is given, and semi-vertical angle is theta. Then you have to prove that this is slant height is of the given slant height is the angle is tan inverse root 2. That means I have to prove that this theta is equal to tan inverse root 2. That we have to prove. Okay. This I can also take an h, no problem. Okay. Now L is given. Now using this L and theta, I can find out radius also. I can find out height also by using trigonometry. Okay, and that's why we know that L square, we have L square is equal to R square plus H square. L square is already given. When L square is given, right, then can I write R in terms of L square? Can I write it implies that R square is equal to L square minus H square. Okay. The which function I have to differentiate? That is the maximum volume, the volume of cone. The volume of cone is what? We know that the volume of cone is equal to 1 by 3 pi R square H. R square is equal to L square minus H square. Can I write now V is equal to 1 by 3 pi H, and in place of R square I will write L square minus H square. Can I write? This will give you 1 by 3 pi in bracket L square H minus H cube. Yes, 1 by 3 pi, that's why pi by 3 is a constant outside, L square H minus H cube. Again I am telling that here onwards I can use theta also, because when L is given, you know that in trigonometry in the class 10th we have learned a lot, in 11th also, when one side L is given, one angle is given in a right angle triangle, then we can find out other two sides very easily in terms of theta. That's why these questions can be solved by using theta also, right? Right. But I am not using here theta. 1 by 3 pi R square H, 1 by 3 pi S, I in place of R square, L square minus S square, and now put the value L square minus H square, you will get L square into H minus H cube. Now this V is equal to pi by 3 into L square H minus H cube. Now I cannot differentiate with respect to L. Why? Because L is given. But I can differentiate with respect to H. Yes. So now I will differentiate with respect to dV by dH is equal to pi by 3 L square minus 3H square. L square minus 3H square. Okay. For maxima minima, dV by dH is equal to 0. dV by dH is equal to 0. It implies that L square minus 3H square equal to 0. It implies that L is equal to root 3H. Okay. Now I have to prove that it has a maximum volume at L is equal to root 3H. That's why I will double differentiate it. And now tell me d square V by dH square is equal to d by dH is pi by 3 differentiation of L square constant 0 minus 6H negative minus 2H, that's why now minus 2H into pi. Therefore d square V by dH square at L is equal to root 3H, or H is equal to, or I can write H is equal to L by root 3. H is equal to L by root 3 is equal to minus 2 pi into L by root 3, which is negative and less than 0, and therefore it has maximum volume. It has maximum volume at h is equal to L by root 3. This part is done. Now I have to find out the angle. For angle we know that r square is equal to L square minus h square. L is equal to L square is equal to what? 3h square. Right? Therefore, now I will use this simple relation. You people can pause the video and then you note it down. R square is equal to R square minus S square. Now R square is equal to L square minus S square. Therefore, R square is equal, in place of L square, 3h square minus h square is equal to 2h square. So now R square is equal to 2h square. Therefore, R is equal to root 2h. R is equal to root 2h. It implies that R by h is equal to root 2. And tell me now, R by h is equal to what? R by is equal to what? Tan theta is equal to root 2. Yes or no? Tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base R upon h. And tan theta is equal to root 2. It implies that theta is equal to tan inverse root 2. And hence, the question is done. Yes, angle between the semi-vertical angle of this given cone is theta is equal to tan inverse root 2. Right? This is the end of this exercise, and the application of derivative is also complete. Now, just to give you idea, you can do the problems of the examples which is after the 6.5. We have some of the examples. It is given in the NCERT book. Please solve all the questions of the examples and then please do the problems of the miscellaneous exercise also. Okay, just to start with the miscellaneous exercise. For this, I am not going to solve all the questions of the miscellaneous exercise, but whenever I have to ask and when I have to conduct the test, then certainly I am going to ask the questions from this part of the miscellaneous part. For the time being, just I will do one question from the miscellaneous. Okay. Question number, suppose the third question number 3 of the miscellaneous. And then I will stop today's lesson. See, these word problems will vary. Next time, suppose if I do, I will go maybe in the other way also. That's why two things very, very important while you are solving the problems of the word problems for maxima and minimum. Whatever is given, you keep it aside, and which function we have to maximize or minimize. In that, you try to go along with the one variable and the given term. This simple thing. And never differentiate with the given quantity. Always differentiate with the variable. Right. Okay, now in the miscellaneous we will have one question. The question is the two sides, the two equal sides, the third question of the miscellaneous I am talking about. The two equal sides of an isosceles triangle with fixed base B are decreasing. Fixed base B, isosceles triangle is given. A, B, C is an isosceles triangle whose base is given B. The length of this part is given B. Of course, in the isosceles triangle, the perpendicular drawn from the vertex divided into two equal parts. That's why this part will have B by 2 and this will be also B by 2. Okay. It is given that the two equal sides of an isosceles triangle with fixed base B are decreasing at the rate of 3 centimeter per second. We don't know what the equal size. Let the equal size be x centimeter. Let the equal size of triangle is x centimeter, right? It is given that dx by dt is equal to minus 3 centimeter per second. Dx by dt is 3 centimeter per second, decreasing. That's why I have used minus 3. And now, how fast the area decreasing? That means, if I take A as the area, that means dA by dt is equal to what? Is equal to what? When sides are equal to the base, that means when x is equal to b. When x is equal to b, dA by dt is equal to what? When x is equal to b. This is the question. We know that in a triangle ABD, AB is given x, BD is x, FD by 2, and therefore AD is equal to, I can write under root x square minus b square by 4, and that is equal to under root 4x square minus b square upon 4. Can I write? This is the value of AD. 4x square minus b square by 4. Okay. Now, area of triangle, we know that half into base BC into height AD, and that is equal to half into base BC is given B, and the height is just we have calculated, that is 4x square minus b square upon 4. Right? So now area is equal to this. Area is equal to 1 by 8 b under root 4x square minus b square. This is the given function. And now what I have to find out? dA by dt. So therefore, I will differentiate with respect to t. Right? Okay. Now tell me, dA by dt is equal to 1 by 8 into b, differentiation of this 1 by 2 under root 4x square minus b square into differentiation of 4x square, will have 8x into differentiation of x, that will have dx by dt into differentiation of minus b square, constant term will be 0. Right? Now this 8 and 8 it cancels. Now what we have got? B upon 2 into dx by dt. In place of dx by dt, can I write minus 3? Minus 3 upon under root 4x square minus b square. That is equal to minus 3b upon 2 under root 4x square minus b square. This is the value of dA by dt. But I have to find out dA by dt when x is equal to b. Therefore now, can I write dA by dt when x is equal to b is given by minus 3b upon 2 under root 4b square minus b square, that is minus 3b upon 2 into 4b square minus b square, 3b square, that's why under root 3 into b. So now b and b cancel. Root 3 and root 3 is cancelled. That is now minus root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2. But I am getting the answer root 3b. Just let me check with this. What is the mistake now? Here it was under root 4, and that's why we'll have 2 left out. 2 multiplied by 2 will have 4, not 8. That's why 1 by 4 b under root b 4 square minus b square. Now I am left out with minus 3bx after differentiating with respect to t. 1 by 4, b is a constant. Differentiation of under root 4x square minus b square is minus 1 by 2 under root 4x square minus b square. Differentiation of 4x square is minus 8x, positive 8x, and differentiation of minus b square is 0. Fine. So now I am left out into dx by dt because I am differentiating with respect to t. So now dx by dt. So now minus 3bx. Here minus 3bx, right, upon, because the value of dx by dt is minus 3, so minus 3 b and x. So now minus 3bx upon under root 4x square minus b square. This is the term which we have got. Now I have to find out dA by dt when x is equal to b. So now dA by dt x is equal to, wherever x we have, replace it by b. So now 3b square upon under root 4b square minus b square. That will give you 3b square upon under root 3b square. So now 1b is left, that's will under root 3b I am left out with. Here I got minus root 3b. The question was, how fast is the area decreasing? That's why here I am getting answer negative, and simply will write, therefore the area is decreasing at the rate of root 3b centimeter square per second. Under root 3b square centimeter per second, and this is the answer. Okay, that's this all for today, and I hope that you people are really working very hard, and if not, please do it. Regular practice in mathematics is must. Please do it. And now after this lesson, almost I am not going to take any class unless the question and the doubt is not asked by you all people. Otherwise, I will keep on displaying and keep on uploading the questions from the different part of the mathematics. Or if I will feel, then I will go accordingly some of the questions of matrices and determinants also. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and do well, and please do take care of yourself. Thank you very much.